Alright, match number 2 here. We got our next contender stepping up onto the plate. And it is gonna be a big boy Marsh, owner of his own company. So he is playing at work. He says, fuck it, I'm gonna do this at work. And that is the kind of attitude that we love to see here. We're gonna see a little AVA. Turbo immediately resident sleeping on AVA, but you gotta watch out for those AVA, man. AVA on reconcile with 2 high level allied players. This is gonna be good. Trust me, this is gonna be fucking good. So let's see how this goes. Both players already going for their attack in the middle. But I'm expecting some shenanigans with IVs. I'm expecting a lot of Rocketeers. I think I want to see a spy here. What's a fucking crocodile? What's that croc? Where's that cock? I mean croc. Where is that croc? I kind of like AVA. I do. I love watching AVAs. AVAs are super interesting. So Root immediately going for the big jam patch. We don't have a small jam patch yet, and there you go. Marsh is gonna move. Root moving after the first AFC. Marsh moving after the second refinery after the AFC. Look at this, Root immediately sending a couple of grizzlies for that MCB on the top right hand side. Marsh only has an IV and 1 grizzly at the moment. Now he has 2. That's gonna force Marsh to pull back. Oh no. That's a lot of delayed time there from Root. He might not have done any damage, but that is a lot of delayed time for Marsh. Both players now broke. Root does have 3 miners on the gems, huh? And Marsh does find his way back to its top right. The colors are mixed. Sorry, let me redo that. Oh, shit, that's the wrong one. Uh-oh. Can I do this quick? Can I do this quick? Please? Yes, thank you. So that's some good showing from Root. So got a Paradrop onto its middle, going for that oil, but it's being continued by those Rocketeers. And now Marsh into Root's base with those Paradrops. Second wall coming out now for Root. And it looks like he does indeed expand to his top right here, Marsh. Root keeping an eye on that choke point as well, but an oil down now for Marsh. Root's eco should be getting back up pretty soon here on those gems. Look at the Rocketeers here, moving to the top right. Gonna target that refinery first. That's some really good targeting there from Root. Is he gonna get the refinery down before the IVs get there? He absolutely will do it. Now he's gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. Nice play there from Root. And now Marsh with a lab out. Root no lab yet. Still on 2 more factories. And the Paradrop around the back though, taking out the power. And Root now falling up with the grizzlies as well down to his middle. Rockets are right there. Ivy's out of play. And now Marsh turns into Rocketeers. Is this a suicide from Root? It is definitely not a suicide. It does play out. The Rocketeers will be able to finish off the grizzlies, but Root has more incoming. And he's going to try to do as much damage as he can here. He's going to check out that war factory. He is here. Come back. No. That war factory was done for. Marsh now completely out of money. It's long distance mining. Just not a good sign. And not what you want to do. Root now with a lab down on bottom left. Marsh in some economic problems. Another Paradrop top right here. And another Paradrop bottom left. Root can easily take care of that. But what a showing from Root here. Absolutely beast mode. Onto Marsh, who I said would be a killer. Marsh would have been an absolute killer here if he was sent in a little bit earlier compared to the other guys. But oh my god, Root. Absolute beast so far. Marsh have a good number of Rocketeers here. Looks like he has regained his eco. Root now have facing some economic issues actually. Rebuild that refinery top right as well. Good number of Rocketeers. Not as many Grizzlies as we like. Bottom left is completely dry for Root, so he's gonna push back towards the original base. Another paradrop by the barracks. And now we see Root on that Mirage game. Mirages are on the way. So Root actually doing a lot of damage onto Marsh early game. But Marsh slowly clawing his way back into the game here. Patriot missile is up on top right, but is Root gonna sacrifice himself for it? Yes, he is going to. That's gonna slow Marsh's eco a lot more down. But actually Root's having some eco issues now actually. Choosing to go for that bottom left hand patch here before expanding towards the top right. I think he needs to get a decent eco up before he moves his MCV. But his MCV is so far down bottom left. It is going to be a struggle to get it back towards that top right gem patch. So now he's just slowing down a little bit here, Root. He is letting the foot off the gas pedal, but Marsh is gonna find that it is his time to push now. Rocky fight going absolutely nuts here. Marsh winning that Rocky fight. And Root losing because he doesn't have enough units because of his eco. Was so dead throughout that mid game because he didn't expand towards top right. Elite IV now though for Root. Marsh expanding down towards the bottom. How is Root gonna defend now? Elite IV doing absolutely bits there, taking out that lab, but it goes down to the Mirages. It looks like Root might be eliminated here on Reconcile. Absolutely a amazing comeback here from Marsh. Who thought was out and done for in the early game, but he seems to have clawed his way back here. And now he's gonna show Root who is absolutely the allied king here. Obviously allied king is Marko, but you know, it's between these two. Easily Ivy coming out here. Root now is $3,000 in the bank, but not enough units, and Root calls GG, Marsh calls GG, and that's gonna be Root's eliminated. Okay, here we go. Next player up is gonna be Zane. Small little Zano. So Zano is up next, and Marsh is gonna be the defending champion, no, defending player here. Let's see how it goes. First map, tournament map B, and it's gonna be an AVS. Cheeky little tournament map B on AVS. Yeah, no pressure at all. Tournament map B, one of my favorite maps to play back in the day. I used to do 1v1 lobbies when I was a mere little noob. And I just do 1v1 on this map like time and time again. And I would do the exact same strat time and time again. My strat on this map was basically War Factory right here, tech on the island, and then go for Dreadnought from this naval yard, just base walk forward as well. What's up, genius? Like and follow. Not sure whether you are an actual genius, but I know that's remains to be seen. So aggression is typically favored here on this map, and looks like Zane is gonna be the first one to aggress here. Marsh goes for another miner. Meanwhile, Zane goes for straight up zero from the War Factory. You have 2 oils, and you have gems, so he's definitely able to do so. Zane obviously can play both R2 and use Revenge. I believe Marsh can as well, but Zane might be a little bit more better versed in those 2 areas. And look at Zane targeting those Grizzlies, and they gonna go down. Pillboxes are up. Got a small army of Connies coming in now, but the Rocketeers are now in full effect. But can Marsh keep up with his eco though? Slowly going down. Rocketeer 1 is not enough. You know, small maps like these, typically Soviet do have the advantage here. One dot taking out all of the conscripts, so that's no advantage to him at all. Marsh actually holding up pretty well. Now that the flak is here, those Rocketeers will slowly go down, but Zane still keeping out the pressure here. Is Marsh able to micro that away? Oh, he does. And on to the other patch, surely. Or not. Down goes that miner. Marsh in huge trouble here. He's gonna get some GIs to try and help him. He wants to get a paradrop along the way, so he wants to try and hold on. Oh, excuse me. But Zane is still strolling in with those rhinos. 3 miners now. Did not make an extra miner at all. But now that the gem patch is gone, the miners are gonna go towards the other gold patch, but that's a huge no-no for Marsh. So you saw how Zane actually put some map control or control distance around this gold patch because he knew that Marsh is going to run out of gems and the miners will have to go towards the other gold patch. Which is why he stayed on that area with his tanks. Paradrop by the war factory does get eaten around. And this is exactly why Zane snipes one miner. Second miner about to go down here. And it does go down. Marsh down to one singular miner, 2k in the bank. And a handful of grizzlies. Will he take the trade? There's a pillbox down to his bottom right, so he can take a trade if he wants to. But Zane does have some good defenses back home as well. So not so much a trade going on here. Now the splits are going to come in as well. Marsh out tanked, out split it, and out ecoed. He's still holding on here. Most players would just quit out by now, but Marsh is an absolute beast here. He's gonna stay on and try to do as much damage as he can. GI's coming out from the barracks, and he defeats the split along the top, and he defends down towards the bottom as well with the help of some GIs. And now Zane is out tanked. Zane might be in trouble here, but he does have the eco. He now goes for a deso, which is the one thing that will help him in this case. So Marsh defends well. Defends really well. Yeah, and that NG repair as well for Marsh. From the MTB cell, but Zane on the defensive now. Desos do get deployed. Sentry guns are out. But Marsh, no way back from that pure aggression from Zane. Down Zane goes. Oh, down Marsh goes, sorry. Now, 3 lives for Marsh. GG. So OP. Beam. Nope. Now. There we go. Alright, so we're on to Yuri's revenge now. Zane getting his game mode pick, and Marsh actually picking the map now. Red Valley. I haven't actually seen Yuri being played here on Red Valley, so this is a first for me. Obviously, this is a new map from the Chinese community that has been brought over to CNCnet. And funnily enough, Zane saying that luckily I played this map 3 times yesterday. So I assume he didn't know this map existed until yesterday. So let's see how this goes. Red Valley, pretty decent, pretty good map actually. The one thing I like about this map, similar to landmarks, players build towards each other. So that promotes a lot of engagements. That means that there's gonna be a lot of action for us viewers, and especially for me at the stream around the back, because some games, some Yuri games tend to be pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I prefer RE2 games. Anyways. So you obviously have 2 gem patches by you. You have the forward one and one around the back. Players do often prefer to go for the first gem patch with the barracks and the power. Second one would usually be made after the war factory that we've seen here. Obviously Yuri does not need to build to it. He can just waltz over the miner onto the gem patch. Which he is gonna do here. So early aggression here from Marsh. He is going 0-2 minus to kill the gems. 2 rhinos, sorry, to kill the gems. He's still sticking to that 0. Interesting, interesting. He could just run over the slaves like Rude did against Zed the other day or yesterday. It's a small little Yuri comp here for Zane. Deso already out for Marsh. I like it. It's just gonna help him deny a little bit of the area from that mag, especially. Zane, I like this. Lots of Yuri players do this actually. We saw Zed doing this on Desert Island. Just sending miners to gem spots wherever he can. Obviously because they are mobile, so I assume this miner, once it's done of this gem patch, it will slowly move down to bottom right. I see already out for Marsh. Zane hasn't gotten a lab out yet. Nice chaos drone to counter the Desos. It works to a certain extent. I mean, chaos drones are dirt cheap. Zane probably gonna try it again. There you go. Oh, never mind. It didn't get it. Yeah, Marshall's build is a little bit questionable to say the least. I think he knows that probably one mag. Mags are pretty deadly down towards that middle area, but he's gonna surely run out of eco pretty soon. So I assume he's gonna move his MCV down towards the middle when the time comes to it. He has some good number of flak. Nice Deso. Zane, grinder up, handful of miners. Now he has that lab up and ready to go. Marshes, I see ready in a couple seconds here. Infinite eco build, yeah. Clones out as well. And now the Vipers. The viruses are coming out to deal with those Desos. That's a split from Zane going around the back. Marsh pushing forward here. Does he see this little split? Does he see this little split on the left side here? I don't think he does, and miners are gonna be in trouble here if he's not careful. Now he sees the split, or miner under attack. But he's gonna choose to push forward here. I see ready. He's gonna use his Desos. Does he deploy it? He does not. Desos walk right through it. And the lab goes down here. I see gets spot down top right. Down goes the mastermind coming out of it. But Zane, forcing the sound, the MCB power is gonna be targeted next. Marsh putting everything to defend, but the power goes down either way. But Zane actually getting some damage in as well. So low power now for Zane. Elite coming up for Marsh. Zane pulls in the infinite health miners. And there is no more units bottom left for Zane. So Marsh should be able to push through here. Lashes on the way. That elite has gone down. But the war factory is next. No MCB, so no psych tower. And down goes the last war factory and the grinder. Marsh wins this. Marsh absolutely wins this. And GG's at Zane. What an offense there. And what defense as well. Considering he did not see the split. Or maybe he did and chose to ignore it. That's something that we can't tell, but now all even 3 lives each. GG. I just glanced over at the Team Marko chat. Legend immediately wanting to take over as captain. He put up a vote. And he reacted to himself. Funny. Alright, let's go. Divide freezes over. So this time Zane goes Soviet, Marsh goes Allied. Marsh does mean a very mean Allied, and Zane, I think he pretty much can play everything. But his main is Soviet, I think. I think his main is Soviet. So let's see here Zane whether he's gonna pick up any tricks from Marko. First refinery for Marsh goes by the oil. On the far side actually, so the dangerous gems. Zane goes with the safer option there. But yeah, we saw Root playing against Zed, I think, down on bottom right, top right, sorry, doing a Marko build here, where he built the first refinery by the far oil on the gem's top left, and he sent a bunch of colonies down towards bottom right to get rid of that oil, and he did take out Zed's oil in the end. So let's see here what Zane can do with the flak NG down towards the bottom right here. We are still on Yuri's Revenge, yes. Yeah, the side panel thing, yeah, we can't tell what is Yuri's and what is RE2. So double pillbox immediately up for Marsh, wanting to defend against that NG flak. And a handful of dogs as well. That's all the dogs that he went in for the scouts. 5 in total. Grizzlies are on the way. That might just be to bait in some of the... Oh, squash. Some of the pressure off of him if Marsh decided to go early on. Or he might just want to force Marsh to get some grizzlies out of the way. It might be the case. Zane looking like he's building another miner. Nope, he's straight up to rhinos now. 5 miners in total. Marsh AFC up on 4 miners. And Zane's on 5. Nice drone there. Yeah, I think Zane wanted to use the NG flak mainly to keep some pressure away. And 2, obviously, if he managed to get that oil, he wouldn't be complaining for sure. So flat cannon down top left, he knew that there might be some rocketeers down on that way. He plants another refinery top left for the gems. What's up, oil? And now he's trying to push him down to his bottom right here. Got 2 war factories for Zane. Just the 1 war factory for Marsh. And then the overload of pillboxes down towards the bottom right here. He wants to defend that Marsh. Wanting to take out that, the flak. Third war for Zane. Yeah, Marsh again, really aggressive allied. Very much old X-Twist kind of ally gameplay. Similar to Malibu and Ed. Aggression, aggression, aggression. Just a very nice change from the usual allied players that we used to see. So early lab, not early lab, lab out for Marsh after the second war. Mirages, spies, what's the game plan here? IFV, so definitely a spy on the way. Yep, there is a spy. Even the observer can't tell whether it's a spy or not. It just shows that the GI. Okay, there you go. Or purify out as well. It's gonna help me with eco. And Marsh choosing to leave bottom right completely empty. It might be to distract Zane from that spy that might be on the way here. Top left is that spy. Observer should be able to control group units and then just double click him. Forces 1 cell. Forces the 2nd cell. And the drone does go in. Forces the 3rd cell. Oh my, absolute value there for Marsh. Absolute value, taking out 3 war factories. And Zane panic selling. Not really panic selling, I think he doesn't want to risk having the spied. Having spied units for Marsh, so Marsh gonna try again with another IV here. Bottom right completely out, oil has been taken out. That's gonna cost Marsh quite a bit, some gold left out. And now some rocketeers coming in to deal with the small Connie army walking in from those sold war factories. Spy is on the way once again. Isn't actually trying to push in at the same time here. Let's see, the spy, the drones are there. Zane trying to push in as well. The spy does get undeployed. The spy is gonna walk in, the drone does take care of it, so no spy again. But did force another cell with that war factory as well. Zane tried to push in onto Marsh as well, but Marsh too heavily defended with the Rocketeers and Mirages. On the retreat now, you don't want to be on the retreat when you're up against Mirages. That control shift is deadly. But good use of the conscripts there from Zane. to turn him around. So Zane already expanded towards the other gold patch on top left. Eco doing well. But let's see how this push goes for Zane here. MCV is running away. Probably going to the next gold patch here, but Marsh wanting to engage, but Zane has a good amount of fodder here. The fodder does go down eventually. MCV still there, finally gets deployed. Marsh obviously needing to expand after getting that oil taken out. Nice snipes here from Marsh, chasing Zane into a corner. Finally seeing a radar out. So some Desos are surely going to be in play here. He needs to take out that 4 barracks. And he does. Desos are not on the way though. Flat cannon right there, but it's going to push on the way. If Desos go down, Zane going to push in onto the Mirages as well. And he is going to take out the Mirages, and Marsh concedes sway in the lead, but the lead goes down. Nice targeting there from Marsh. But as soon as he takes out those Mirages, even more are on the way. Yeah, I saw that as well. Just wondering whether Marsh overcommitted onto that engagement. I think Marsh probably didn't have a way out because those Desos were there. If he continued on that way out, the Desos would have been deployed and he would have taken a lot more damage. Like, even though those Rocketeers were there, the Rockets wasn't able to take out wouldn't be able to take out the Deso in time. So Zane would have been able to get the deploy off, and then he would have probably gotten Deso by quite a bit. So Paradrop round back in their own base here for Zane. Desos are right there, and the Sentry Gun does take care of the Paradrop. Bad passing there from the Mirages. So Desos slowly trotting their way over towards the right hand side where the Mirages are. But there's another group of Desos right there, and Marsh does not want to go there. Amazing Deso bomb from Zane there. Marko, thank you very much for the raid. Huge Deso bomb actually. That's gonna stop Marsh from going back to defend. And now he's gonna get into a lot of trouble here with the Rhinos from Zane. There's nothing in Zane's base here. And Marsh seems like he got the spy off instead. Totally missed that. Mirages come back in time to defend. But the spy has gotten off there. I think there was a spy down to his top left by one of those war factories. And now Marsh starting to produce the veteran Grizzly, which is gonna be a huge problem for Zane. Yeah, that was a really good Deso bomb there. And the Mirages, I think, went all the way around towards the other side. That's when they came back in to defend. But obviously, you do have veteran Grizzlies, which are infinitely a lot better than veteran Mirages. So he is gonna abuse those veteran Grizzlies, which for sure is gonna get an elite from sniping those miners. But Marsh has to retreat. In this case, elite gets sniped. So Zane is right back in here with those Rhinos against a face full of veteran Grizzlies. Tons of Desos there. Do they get deployed? No, they do not. So the dogs are at free range, but the dogs going right across there. I think Marsh probably wanted to use dogs as fodder. Got Tesla Towers coming out now for Zane for defense. But he's doing a good job here as he's chasing Marsh away with those veterans. Marsh now with an IC. Oh, sorry, Zane now with an IC. On top right, Tesla Tower doing its work. But Marsh not wanting to let go of this pressure at all. Fuck ton of Desos for Zane though. Marsh could probably use another couple more war factories, but obviously his LCV got destroyed, forced that cell. So he can't really do that. Stuck with one war factory on 17k. A little bit unfortunate. Britannia comes out for Marsh and goes into an IV. Could very well get the IV to elites. And immediately Zane goes for drones, and the Desos are in play as well. Oh, the drone goes in anyway. Gets undeployed here, and the drone takes care of that Tanya as well. The veteran Grizzlies do come into play. One gets elite. Surely more to come as well, but Zane on the other hand spinning down towards the bottom. Takes out the lab, so no more tech. And the IC pops as well onto the war factory. Down goes the war. So no more production left for Marsh, including the barracks. Harris are the only thing left that can be produced. But can he do enough damage with whatever units that he has? It looks like it's a no here. Only a handful of veteran Grizzlies left. And Zane surely is gonna take his time now. And just relax. And not force any pushes at all. Let Marsh tire himself out. And force him to lose his units. Marsh needs to save whatever units he has, so he doesn't want to lose anything currently at the moment. Especially those Grizzlies. He can get elite so easily. And that's what he wants to happen here. Zane setting up defensively, as per usual, as expected. Huge Deso. So the IC is gonna be in trouble. IC goes down. But was that a little bit too much for Marsh? I think it was. 3 Grizzlies remaining. Rocketeer is not doing work, so taking out a lot of those Desos. Huge work from those Rocketeers. Marsh down to 3 Grizzlies. Trying to take out some power, but that was the nuclear reactor along the top there. Might be a little bit too late for Marsh. This is a definite cause for a JQ or a just quit moment. There you go, there's the GG from Marsh. Well fought from Marsh, but Zane takes out Marsh yet again. Now on huge revenge. 2 lives left. Oh, sorry, wrong person. 2 lives left for Marsh. Marsh pulling a Steve. It's too late to change the rules anyway, Ed. Alright, let's go. Pre-caps onto Teleprime. And Marsh with 2 lives now. And Zane going Yuri onto Teleprime as well. So Teleprime... it's kind of a mixed bag, right? Some people hate it, some people love it. I don't like it for the simple fact that this specific fucking spot right here, compared to this, my miners always, fucking always get stuck here. If you're Soviet, especially like Marshall, he builds a refinery right here. A little bit too close to the cliff, you're fucked. Your miner is stuck. You can't do anything about it. And Jalad's just like, oh. I think we did tell Jalad to try and fix it, but he's a bit too worried, so he can't really do it. That's our future. So hopefully this will get fixed in the long run. This fucking spot right here, fucking piece of shit. I mean, I should have learned it by the fucking 4th time I got my miner stuck to not build so close to the cliff. Who knows? I'm dumb like that. So we've got a 0 coming out of Marsh. Straight away a refinery down towards the bottom as well. I didn't know you could build all the way down here. I always built a barracks before building a refinery down. Oh, today I learned. TIL. So immediately Zane set it up defensively here onto each oil with that bunker. Sounds like a user error? Yep, exactly. Exactly. I mean, it's just one small patch anyway. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I did beat Snark on this though. Oh yeah, dry heat, that thing as well. So we got a war factory down bottom left for Zane. He's setting a couple of mags and one get down to the bottom right to snipe that miner from the war. Marsh did get the majority of the gems down, so if he loses this miner, not the worst thing in the world. Doesn't seem like he notices this small Yuri army going down as well. Yep, now he sees it. He's gonna run away with that miner. Ooh, nice sentry gun taking out one mag. IC is up for Marsh. Pretty question mark build, sinking it goes. Zane now with a lab out, got some dicks on the field. Marsh trying to snap that miner away. Marsh actually has some good unit compared to anti-Yuri at this stage. That miner is surely going down. And that small army is gonna immediately go down here. Marsh standing in the flak. Almost immediately. There is no grinder for Zane. So that marksman goes down almost immediately. And the miner as well. IC is ready for Marsh. Zane seems to be in trouble here. If that IC can be as deadly as it is gonna cause a lot of trouble for Zane. Marsh should be pushing forward a lot more with that IC. He looks like he's gonna use the drones instead. Doesn't want to risk it with the rhinos maybe. Zane needs a grinder. There you go, there's a grinder for him. IC gets pops. Mastermind is droned and the Yuri army goes down pretty quickly here. And the drones able to take care of the Yuri clones. That rhymes. Yuri clone getting targeted there. The grinder is right there, so a sight tower here will be absolutely deadly, or a mastermind. Marsh doesn't want to overload that because the grinder is nearby. And that was a Yuri Prime as well, sneaking around here. Not sure where it is, but it is around here somewhere. It's like he rebuilds that refinery to snipe up or gobble up the rest of the gems. Stardust used to be in RA2. I don't know why they got removed. So got 3 walls now for Zane. Marsh not getting his miner stuck, but needs a little bit more distribution here. So Zane trying to push down towards the bottom right here. Mutated is ready in a couple seconds. Miner will go down. Another thing I kind of don't like about this map is how bottom left has easy access to the gems here and this patch. It's like all it's gonna go down. Do the ref miner drop here. There's the drone I see. The target down towards those masterminds there. But yeah, if you build down here, you can easily build all the way towards this gem patch. Bottom right, you're gonna have to go around this. This is something I don't like as well. And look at Zane stealing money from Marsh. And now the flag can come in, tons of flag for Marsh. Have a surprise for me? Oh, is it that map? So got 3 walls now. IC still ready for Marsh. He has a good number of units here. Flak, infinitely the more useful unit here instead of rhinos. Got some drones in as well. You should just sell this, honestly. Don't risk having another disc there. Zane defensive setting up once again. Dominator down towards the bottom left. And Marsh looking to push in with those lashes on top right. The Deso is there. IC gets popped down on top left, not on the rhinos. The drones though are right there. One mastermind gets drone, the second one does not. And on the defensive here, the power might go down. The power does go down either way. Meanwhile, Zane on the defensive once again. He wants to take out that mastermind before the grinder could go in. Deploy those Desos. Looks like some drones do the trick here for Marsh for defense. And he does push you down on top left. Zane still has a couple war factories on bottom left, but he is stuck on tier 1 tech now. He'll need to rebuild that MCV to get that battle lab out if he wants to go up on higher tech here, but Marsh clearly in the lead now. With a really good push. Same thing happening on Red Valley. You go for a trade and Marsh survives. And here comes the infinite health miners once again. They actually do quite decent damage on Flak. And there you go, Zane calls the GG. And we're down to 2-2. I can work without sleep. I just need to keep working and not stop working. I've gone to work like I had a pretty rough show that went like a full 72 hours without sleep. And I could still work the next day. It's just that the moment that I stop working and I relax for a little bit, that's when I crash. I need to keep that adrenaline up. Alright, let's go. Half more traveled and we're seeing a France out of Marsh. I'll take a pound at 242. Would you feel like absolute garbage if I work in 2 hours? Yeah, I will. But at least I get some sleep in. I don't think having a power nap for like 15 minutes would suffice for my 12-hour shift tomorrow. But I would still take some sleep if I get any. I do like my sleep, yes. Fun fact, because I've been rearranging, like downsizing my desk throughout the entire day, my mattress is currently outside, so I'll have to go after this. Oh, and my laundry as well. My laundry is ready. Thanks. Need to settle that as well. So Marsh going frontier, early AFC out for him as expected. 4 war factories from both actually. Zane not on gems. Bit of a whoopsie there. And look at this push from Zane. Going 0. Connie's right up front. Connie's are going to be really helpful against those cannons. But I was about to say, he needs to push up right now before the first cannon is up. Yeah, who the fuck waits up energized anyway? Yeah, true. So let's see whether Zane can get any damage done here. Nice micro from Marsh with that miner. And another cannon falls to be pushed up here. Marsh possibly spending a little bit too much on the cannons. But it is worth it. It's absolutely worth it because he has 3 oils, he has 3 miners on gems. So that's equivalent to 6 miners on gold. But maybe Zane just forcing Marsh to spend a lot of money on cannons. That's $2,000 per cannon. Because literally there's no difference between the old and the new path except for how it looks. Even the individual trees are exactly where it normally is. It's just aesthetically. Try to run it back. Tons of dogs there for Marsh. Yeah, Zane I think is just forcing Marsh to spend a lot of money on cannons. And he might just camp around the back. Got some V3s out. Those are good against those cannons. The only unit that outranges the French cannon. Is building towards the top as well. And a tree on top left, your vision can't. Okay. Is that the only difference though? Are you gonna say that the old version is better just because of one stupid tree? There you go, that's V3, trying to aim at that power. 2 of them does go down. But Zane looking to split onto that top left hand side here. Not really split, but going around the cannons. Marsh has a good number of grizzlies here. Can he hold it? Conscripts are being pushed in as well. Marsh looking to get another cannon up. His eco is doing well. But how long can he sustain that eco with the amount of cannons that he has? The grizzlies might be enough with those cannons as well. Zane is gonna lose out to that fight to the Grizzlies. Heavily outstanding there, Zane. Marsh now forward, refinery as well. So even more gems for him. Needs a minor micro to it though. Zane hasn't gotten another refinery down towards that top side, obviously, because there's that cannon there. And Zane looking to rebuild once again. Lab out, I see on the way. Yeah, there's a lot of trees. Yeah, look at this forward build here from Marsh. Yeah, either Kirov or an IC on the way. It's like Kirov is here. Marsh does prepare for it, does have a couple of IVs. The only way you can sort of counter a cannon walk is either by Kirov or by IC. Kirov is the more popular choice, obviously, because IC takes quite a while. Look at this forward build by Marsh. This is how you actually play with France on this map. Zane going around towards the bottom left here. Marsh, Grizzlies are staying still. Another Kirov coming out here for Zane. And now Zane can do some countering down towards the middle. Zane wants to get some power out of the way to make him low power. Is it enough? Is it enough? He goes for the MCV just next. And he does force the MCV itself. So no more cannons for him. But was that worth it? Was that push worth? Nice drones there from Zane, taking out tons of the IV. Now the Kirov can push in. But again, was it worth it? Was diving for the MCV worth it? Now he has an IC, is ready. New kid's up as well. But is he going to lose that IC? 20 seconds, 10 seconds, not enough. IC goes down. More MCV goes down. Marsh. Deso is deployed. Gets rid of his own cornies there, Zane. And Elite coming out as well. Zane might have taken care of that French walk into the middle, but diving for the MCV might have been the wrong choice here for Zane. No more production left at all for Zane. He might get some Desos out, but he is not going to be able to counter anything coming out from Marsh. And GG is being called now. Zane down to 1 life. Absolutely amazing games that we're seeing here, boys. Fucking amazing. All right. Monday night action continues here on the Showdown crew battle. And here we are on Heck Crease is over. We're back onto Yuri's Revenge. Zane winning the game mode. And Marsh picking the map. What's wrong with everything? To be honest, there has been some occasions where I am completely tired when I'm streaming. Yesterday being one of the occasions. I took an ad break and then I just laid back and closed my eyes for a couple of seconds. And then I actually fell asleep for like a couple of seconds and then ad break over and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm back up. If you find me just disappearing, like taking off my webcam for a couple of seconds, I am probably getting some shut eye for a couple of seconds and then coming back. It's a there's a little secret that I'm letting all of you in on. Alright, let's see how this hack pick goes. We've got some anti-scout here from Zane. Marsh not moving his MCV after that first war. Got some anti-scout from Marsh as well. Yeah, power nap for like 5 seconds. Actually no, I usually do my ad breaks like 180 seconds, right? So fuck off, Leslie. No one likes you, Leslie. Cheeky little zero here from Marsh. Gonna move his MCV. Nice radar up. I'm liking this from Zane as well. Zane trying to push in, but Marsh has the rhino up there ready to go, I would just run over these slaves. Because your rhinos are gonna keep hitting the miner anyway. So it might be just worth it to run over the slaves so you stop him from getting money as well. But Zane coming immediately with a mag. Look at that fucking range. And the slaves are freed. Oh, we're free. So nice snipe there from Marsh. He's still gonna keep up this pressure onto Yuri, which so far has played out pretty well. The last time I slept on stream, Doofus played the fucking jump scare and woke me up, so. I love Mags, yep. Magnetron coming into clutch here for Zane, but those slaves are gonna be in play later on. I think it might just be, it might go all the way around the map, and then eventually the radar or a lab might go down. That's what I'm assuming. Marsh getting a radar up. He's low power, unfortunately. Those are here as well for him. Down goes the mags. Grinder up, no lab yet from Zane. There you go, there's a lab from Marsh. So IC's probably on the way here. He needs there's no mastermind yet, but the lab is finally out, so don't need to go flex for now. He runs away with the miners. Good choice. Thing about mags, because that mag is there, you can't really push in as well. Good deso from Marsh. He needs to stay away from that cliffside, otherwise some shenanigans might happen. So got some decks on the field once again, and Zane resending another miner to the middle jam patch. From nice kiting here from Zane. Unfortunately, too many rhinos for him to kite with. Masterminds on that field, genetic mutator on the field as well. IC on the field now. Got some super weapons into play, and because of that mastermind, now the flags are on their way. Zane is spawning on top left, so Marsh could abuse his left channel. But again, with Yuri and the mags, it's really hard to do.
There's only one true Yuri.
Double war, Marsh probably needing to expand here, especially towards here. Oh, Yuri Prime on the field as well. Double war from Zane. Yeah, Marsh needs to catch up a little bit here. Eco is going to be an issue for him in the next couple of minutes. He might be on 5k now, but slowly down towards the line, you'll see him slowly go broke because of how dry and how far the miners will have to mine. Yeah, I'm liking these defensive slaves. There you go, finally he's gonna abuse that top left hand side. I see it's ready for Zane as well. Looks like Marsh doesn't see this, or he does see it. Take out that power, so any psych towers will slowly go down. Will he get the MCV? Will Marsh get the MCV? Should be able to. IC gets popped. Target those masterminds. And it doesn't get overloaded. The grinder is too far away. MCB is gonna go down here. Force shield in the nick of time. Another mastermind overloaded here. Not sure why Zane's not sending them to the grinder. But the lab goes down. Yuri Prime is there as well. And Zane defends nicely from that push. Marsh could have gotten that MCV out. Pretty interesting to say the least there. Good defense from Zane. Not sure why he didn't use a grinder. Probably because it's a little bit hard to pick out your masterminder units from all the units that he had there. Now the discs are here. The miners are gonna get harassed. There's not enough rhinos in the field, so it's gonna turn to those desos. That's gonna push Zane away. More rhinos are getting hit here. The choke point is proving to be lethal. Yuri Prime comes out and the side tower with the grinder right there. Very Andy-esque gameplay here from Zane. And the grinder will definitely have its uses here. IC is ready for Marsh. But what can he see? Huge deso on the field. Marsh using the miners to kill that psychic tower. And the psychic tower does go down, but the IC is gonna go down too. He ICs a flag, 4 shields onto the lab, and IC to survive, to keep it alive, but the Elite Lasher is right there. Elite Lasher goes down to the explosion from that nuclear reactor. And Marsh getting hit with a build up forward here from the bioreactors. And anything coming out there will go straight into the grinder. Marsh calling GG. And we're down to 1 life left for both players. It's all to play for here. Oh damn, bro. Marsh wants to go Robotanks. If Marsh actually goes Robotanks, that would be the funniest shit ever, bro. This isn't SFJ. You can't. Robotanks are useless. That sounds like something Gahil would say, you know? He would say robot tanks and then do that little fucking happy sip emoji with me. It's absolutely nothing. Alright, let's go. Tiburon. We're on 1 life each. Match point. Yeah, Zane went Yuri, but I think Marsh went Allied and now he changed back to Sov. I think Zane was still Yuri from his previous pick. He didn't change it. So now he's going to Sov. So he's going to take an SVA here against Marsh and Tiburon. We're on 1 life left, match point. Whoever loses will get eliminated, and whoever eliminates the other person will win a measly $10, I believe. Not sure whether A class is $20. I think it is still $10, yeah. Still $10. Let's go, boys. Nice. 2 dogs straight onto the barracks here. So in case any engineer shenanigans comes up, and the other body blocks as well. Dirty from Zane. Very, very dirty. Quick AFC. I don't call this a bad build per se. Zane's build is a little bit more questionable. This refinery here for a miner, sure. But I think he would have been a lot better if he built the war factory towards the north. Marsh's build is okay. Zane's build, that first war factory needed to be here. It's only a couple seconds for the miner to travel back and forth. So not the worst thing in the world. What is this? Double energy flak? Question mark? Or drone flak, maybe? There's a drone. Yeah, Tabo, I should be staying on for 1 more. Marsh goes with a lab. Yeah, might be to defend the seal. Yeah, true. So spy immediately out here for Marsh. There's another IV as well, so you might see even another spy coming in. There's both missing a spy and Natanya. Only needed a seal to complete the entire trifecta for Allied Yuri. Oh. Meow. It's fucking at him. Meow. Nice, spare drop along the top there, taking out 1. Oh, the Tanya is there, the spy is right there, the spy goes down along with the Tanya as well. Looks like the distraction did not work for Marsh, but he did take out a refinery though. I'll purifier out for Marsh as well, that's gonna help him some eco. I've got triple war for Zane, just a singular war for Marsh. Didn't get the spy in. So it looks like he might be trying with another one here. Lots of eco being produced towards this spy attempt. Zane, minor traffic jam at the moment. Does rebuild that refinery along the top, so he should be microing those miners away. And the BF is out. Okay. So the first side of BFs here that we're seeing. Villas is A class. There are more BFs on the way. And now he has spent stop right. Eco might be a slight issue here. See whether the spy can get in. Spy does get sold. So obviously that seal in the BF. Oh, don't run away yet. Obviously that seal is to deal with the Desos. And the GGI start to deal with the Rhinos. Or Marsh. Two sets of BFs. Zane pushing it down to a stop right with a lab as well. Where Marsh has expanded. A defensive paradrop. Now that BF comes in. Rogers right in the front as well. The BF's doing a lot of work with that range. Prism tower up as well for Marsh, so he's gonna be able to defend this pretty easily. So a little bit of a suicide there from Zane. And what is this from Zane? Is that a spy? No, that's a miner. Imagine a vehicle that could spy. What is that miner doing, boys? Zane doing okay with eco, but he's gonna run into a couple problems here if he doesn't expand down to his bottom left. The miner spy, yes, the alleged miner spy that no one ever sees. So this is why that seal is in the BFs to easily deal with any Desos coming their way. And then the Mirages start to deal with the front line Rhinos that might be coming in, but Zane pulling in the miners as well. There's some very risky play there from Zane. But IT is ready, so he can be used defensively if he needs to. His Marsh trying to take out that power, but the IT does get popped either way. And Marsh splitting off his units as well. BF hiding behind those paradrops. And the Mirages do actually survive. Nice Mirage work from Marsh. And now he's gonna push in. There's a seal right there. There's a seal right there, and the seal takes out the power. Oh boy. And Marsh still has eco, still can rebuild. Absolutely smart. That was some great defense from Zane, but the seal coming out from the BF just enough to take out the power, and now Zane is low power. And he's running into some eco issues as well because he didn't expand onto his bottom left. So that is a big problem now for Zane. Marsh surely is going to keep up this pressure. Seeing as though Zane hasn't rebuilt power plants enough, that's going to be a huge thing for him. And now the Tanya comes in, takes out the MCV and the other war factory as well. Conceding to an elite, but that is damage done. Low power for Zane. And he can only defend. He has regained his eco. But he's gonna be stuck on low power throughout the rest of the game unless he sells some buildings. And there you go, he's back up on power. But Marsh has a fuck ton of eco to deal with. And a lot of units to be built. Obviously having 4 war factories, Zane only on 1. It's quite inevitable that Zane will go down, but he will not go down without a fight here. Mirage is targeting the wrong thing and getting Desert as well. So Marsh turns to his Grizzlies for some help. Some really good ally play here from Marsh. The use of the seals in the BF as well. I guess that's the second thing. Second use of the seals in the BFs. Nice IC from Zane. What is to do with the Desos too if your BF does get destroyed in your opponent's base? There's the seal right there. Take out a lot of other things. Nice use of the Rocketeers as well. You're getting hit by the flag though. Marsh wants to dive in for that power to stop Zane from being able to use that IC once again. But Marsh maybe just needs to take his time a little bit here. He is keeping out the pressure, which did work for him. Right there when Zane got eliminated, or Zane got a lot of stuff broken down. But right now I think the better thing for him to do is to take his time. After the MCV, especially after the MCV got taken out, he doesn't need to push in. He just needs to take his time and allow Zane to sort of eat himself to death. Funny veteran miner as well. Yep, there we go. Marsh taking his time. Now he has a critical number of units. Critical mass of Grizzlies, and this is where he can really do some damage here. But there's that IC ready though. Which is why Marsh wanted to take out the power plant away from Zane. But obviously Grizzlies are pretty quick, so they can outrun the IC. So not much damage done onto Marsh there. It's all our captain's fault. There we go, there's the critical mass. And there's the GG. So Zane eliminated from Marsh, but Zane did do a amazing job there in taking out 3 lives from Marsh. So whoever's next will get a much easier time here. GG.